So in today's class we will discuss force between the plates of a capacitor here. Here we have a parallel plate capacitor where this plate has been given the charge plus Q and its surface charge density is plus sigma. And this plate has been given the charge minus Q and its surface charge density is minus sigma here. Correct? Because of the electric field produced by this plate, this will experience a force, and because of the electric field produced by this plate here, this plate will experience a force here. Okay. So what happens is, because of the electric field, both the plate will exert force on each other only. Correct? Now what will be the magnitude of that force, that we will be calculating now. Okay. So let me call this as plate number 1 and this as the plate number 2. So we write here the electric field produced by plate 1, that from the Gauss law we know it's E plus is equal to sigma upon 2 epsilon 0, isn't it? This we know already. Or this may be written as, since sigma is equal to Q upon A, so this becomes Q upon 2A epsilon 0. Let me call this as equation number 1. So this electric field is independent of the distance here. So this, on this plate, this electric field will be exerted in this direction, and this will be Q upon 2A epsilon 0. Correct? This will be in readily output. Now the negative charge given to this plate here, since the plate is very large as compared to the distance between them, this negative charge of the plate 2 will find itself in the electric field produced by plate 1 here, and as a result this plate will experience a force here. Correct? So force kitna hota hai, we know in very simple formula here, that force experienced by a charge Q placed in electric field is F is equal to QE only. Okay. So due to electric field E plus electric force on charge minus Q on plate 2 is, and this will be F is equal to minus of Q into E plus ho jayega. This becomes F is equal to minus Q into Q of 2A epsilon 0. So this will become F is equal to minus Q square upon 2A epsilon 0. The direction of the force will be away here. Sorry, the direction of the force, since it is negative sign here, so the direction of the force exerting on this plate will be towards this direction. This will be the direction of the force. So the nature of the force is, due to the electric field produced by first plate, this will attract this place towards it only. Correct? So this will be attractive force acting on this. So what is magnitude of the force here? So the magnitude of the force, this will be is equal to F is equal to Q square upon 2A epsilon 0. This is the force exerted by one plate on the other plate. Similarly, we can prove that this, due to the negative charge, this plate will also experience a force, and this will be attractive force here, and the magnitude of this force will be given by this here, Q square upon 2A epsilon 0 here. All done? So similarly you can say, force on plate 1 due to charge minus Q on plate 2 is, this will become F is equal to Q square upon 2A epsilon 0. This I call this as 2, this I call this as equation number 3. So hence we conclude both the plates will attract each other with a force F is equal to Q square upon 2A epsilon 0. Right? Now also I tell you one more thing here. Between these two plates here, an electric field exists there, between the plates of the capacitor here, and we know from the Gauss law once again, if I denote this electric field by E here, then electric field between the plates electric field between the plates. This, if you remember, that is equal to sigma upon epsilon 0, and this is q upon epsilon 0 from the Gauss law, we know this, isn't it? So this becomes our equation number 4. So 3 and 4 now can be arranged in such a way here. Okay, so how can we write here? I am writing this again. So equation 3 implies now. So this equation 3 becomes this equal to 1 F is equal to 1 by 2 into Q upon A epsilon 0. Can I? This can be written in this manner here. See, Q square upon A epsilon 0. Now you remember, this Q upon A epsilon 0 is the electric field that exists between the plates of the capacitor. So this can also be written as half of QE here. So you do remember this thing. We have two expressions for the electric field. Electric force exerted by the plates on each other. One is the Q square upon 2A epsilon 0, another is half QE. Where you do remember this E is the electric field that exists between the plates of the capacitor here. Okay? So this is what the force, the concept of force between the plates of a capacitor. Now we take the topic electrostatic potential energy of a capacitor, or simply we can call this energy stored in a capacitor here. Okay? So what is potential energy? We have done that in the earlier classes also, that potential energy is nothing but work done by an external force against some internal conservative forces here. Correct? So let me tell you first what type of forces are there, then we try to find the potential energy as well here. Correct? So कैसे करेंगे देखो, initially let there is a capacitor here. Initially I am writing here also, initially let plates of a capacitor, initially let plates of a capacitor are in contact with each other. Correct? Contact with each other, having charge Q. Obviously Q means plus Q on the one plate, and on other plate it will be minus Q only. Having charge Q, and let me write this capacitance C. This we write capacitance C. Correct? So I show you this condition here. Let this is the plate 1. This is the plate 1 here, having some charge plus Q, and this is the plate 2 here, having some charge minus Q. So this is having plus Q and this is having minus Q. Now let the plate 2 is moved slowly from plate 1, or plate 2 is moved away from plate 1 very slowly here. Correct? And let us take, I write this here also, let plate 2 is moved away from plate 1. Okay, plate 1 से इसको थोड़ा away move करते हैं हम लोग. Then what happens, as you take this plate away from this, and let the distance between the two plates is increased to, say this is plus Q charge we are giving this is plus Q charge plate 1, and we have kept the plate here, the other plate here, then minus will be the charge on the other plate, minus Q. Then as you move away this plate 2 from plate 1, then there exists an attractive force, because plate 1 will exert an attractive force on the plate 2 here. So that attractive force will be acting in this direction only. Correct? Let we have placed it at place distance d here. So the what we say, a force exerted by plate 2 by plate 1 on plate 2 is, and you remember the formula for the force we have just done. This formula for the force is F is equal to its Q square upon 2A epsilon 0. This I write number 1 here. So the external force has to apply a force equal and opposite to this here. Okay, we have to apply a equal and opposite force to this to overcome this force. Only then we can make the plate move from this place to that another place having separation d between them here. Correct? तो इनिशियली दोनों प्लेट्स कांटेक्ट में थी, तो जैसे ही मूव करने लगते हैं एक फोर्स आता है जो प्लेट 1, 2 पे एक्सर्ट करेगा और उसको अवे जाने से अपोज करेगा. तो आपको उस फोर्स के अगेंस्ट में काम करना पड़ेगा. एंड दैट वर्क डन परफॉर्म बाय द एक्सटर्नल सोर्स अगेंस्ट दिस इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स इज व्हाट इज नोन एज what will be the electrostatic potential energy of the capacitor, or that will be stored in terms of energy of the capacitor here. Correct? So we write here, therefore work done by external source to move the plate 2 is, and that work done will be W is equal to F external into D. This will be, since F external is always equal to F here, this will be FD, and FD will be is equal to, it will be W is equal to Q square upon 2 epsilon 0 A into D. This I write. Okay, which implies this may be written as Q square upon 2 epsilon 0 A upon D. This I write, isn't it? I have adjusted here only, and epsilon 0 A upon D is called capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor, so I can replace this by C here. So this becomes W is equal to Q square upon 2C. This becomes the work done. Let me call this as equation number 2. Therefore, by definition you can write here, by definition this is the electrostatic potential energy is, by definition electrostatic potential energy U is equal to, it will be nothing but equal to work done by external force here, and this will be U is equal to W, or W is nothing but Q square upon 2C. So the energy stored in a capacitor may be termed as Q square upon 2C. So it's very simple concept. F is this, against this F work done is this, and hence work done will become the energy here. Correct? So there are two different forms of energy we can also write here, and that I also tell you how to write this. Since we know it's Q equal to CV also, therefore equation 3 implies, or what I can do is, I give you, say U is equal to Q square upon 2C. I have one formula. So I replace here Q and C by two values here. What can I do here? I put Q is equal to CV first. Correct? And here also in the second case you put C is equal to Q upon V here. So therefore U becomes is equal to CV whole square upon 2C. So this becomes U is equal to half CV square. And for this if you put here, therefore it becomes U is equal to Q square upon 2 into Q upon V. So this becomes U is equal to half of Q. Okay? Therefore, the energy formula for the energy of a parallel plate capacitor, any capacitor, becomes Q square upon 2C is equal to half CV square is equal to half Q. So these are the basic formula for the energy stored in a capacitor here. Correct? Okay. Then the question comes here that when we have increased the separation from 0 to D here, then some energy got stored in the capacitor here. So where does this energy is stored? Then we say the energy is stored in the space between the plates of the capacitor, and that will be obviously in the form of electric field here. Correct? So that is known as electrostatic potential energy here. So whenever we remove the plates by some amount only, in that particular volume some energy will get stored, and that energy stored per unit volume is called energy density of the capacitor here. Correct? So what we have, the next topic is energy density, electrostatic energy density we have here. So So electrostatic energy density of a capacitor. And how can we do? We know for a parallel plate capacitor, capacitance C is equal to epsilon 0 A upon D, and energy stored is half of CV square. And if I take this to be capacitor plates here, these are the plates of the capacitor here. This is the separation between them is D here, and the area of the cross section of the plate is A here. Then the volume of the capacitor in which energy remains stored will be A into D. Okay, because capacitors will be in the form of the plates only, and plates will form a cuboid here. So the volume of this will be A into D here. Okay, so as per the definition, therefore energy density here. And energy density is defined as energy is stored per unit volume of the capacitor here. So I write energy density to be is equal to energy upon volume. So this becomes, what is energy? It's half CV square upon AD. That I write. Hence U is equal to, it's half, we put the value of capacitance, it's half epsilon 0 A upon D into V square upon AD. So A से cancel हो जाएगा. So we will be getting half of epsilon 0 V square upon D square. D into D will become D square. This will become V square. So this I write it as half epsilon 0. It's V upon D whole square. And V is the potential difference between the two plates here. Correct? Let us take V is the potential difference, or it's the potential difference or the potential of the capacitor or the potential difference between the plates here. Correct? So this V upon D, that potential difference upon separation, becomes electric field between the plates of the capacitor here. Correct? This is plus charge, this is minus charge. So there will be electric field developed between these plates of the capacitor. We denote this by E here. So this becomes E. So hence this formula becomes half of epsilon 0 E square. This is called energy density of a capacitor. Though this result has been proved for the capacitor only, but this result is very general result. Wherever you get some electric field, then in a given volume there will be energy density, electric field energy density we can call this, and that will be is equal to half epsilon 0 E square only. Okay, thank you.